Okay, look at that camera angle. We'll do this show. And someday I'll test out my angle before I turn on camera. Why is it so weird? Welcome. Hello. My name is Alex. If you are new here, please consider subscribing for a lot of yoga. No props are required. Let's just begin. Begin standing at the top of the mat, the top of your space. Bring the palms to touch. Bring awareness to your posture, to the breath. Relax the shoulders down. Bring yourself to the present moment. Arrive. On an inhale, reach the arms wide overhead. Lengthen up, create some space vertically. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Sit down. Scoop back. Extend the right leg out in front of you. Bend the left knee. Sole of the foot is on the inside of the right thigh. Keep the right knee soft if you're still a little tight there. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Fold forward on an exhale. Nothing too far just yet. Let's lift up and switch out the legs. Scan the whole body as you move, checking in with where you are today. Lengthen and lift and fold. Sit up. Cross your feet at the ankles. Tabletop. One round of cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral. Tuck the toes, lift the knees off of the mat, and just walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold, long breath out. Press to stand. Bring the palms to touch, reconnect to the present moment. Notice how you've already shifted your energy. Inhale, arms reach wide and overhead. Let's press a button on the ceiling. 3 breaths. Lift out, fold forward. Hands down, step the right foot back to a lunge. Inhale, lower the right knee, shoulder blades back. Exhale, press the legs straight or almost straight. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale forward, open up the right hip flexor. And long exhale, press back. Inhale forward. Exhale, lengthen. Lunge, keep the back knee lifted. Lunge twist. Right hand down, left arm opens. Left hand down. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Scan the body right to left. What's different already? Oops. Round up. Inhale. Arms reach wide and overhead. 3 breaths. Lengthen straight up. Lift out. Fold forward. Hands down. Left foot steps back. Lunge. Inhale as you lower the left knee, open up the hip flexor. And exhale, pyramid pose. 2 more. Lengthen back. Lunge, back knee stays lifted. Lunge twist, left hand down, open up to the right. Ooh, I see a storm coming. I love that. Right hand down. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, over longer legs. Press to stand. Palms touch. Inhale, arms overhead. 3 breaths, arms straight up or a back bend. Lift out, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. From this look up position, hands down, step it back to a plank. Bring the right knee in, bring the left knee in. Just a few times. Don't think too much about if you think it's hard or not, just move. We're done. Lower all the way down to the stomach. Cobra, tops of the feet are down. Roll the shoulders back, lift up halfway. And lower. Tuck the toes, press up to a tabletop. And actually untuck the toes, press back to a child's pose just for an exhale. Tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Feel this out, bend one knee at a time as you press the opposite heel down. Really think about working through the feet as well. Downward facing. Roll forward into a plank. Let's lower all the way down again. Rest the forehead on the left hand. Bring the right foot in, quad stretch. Switch sides. Release. Let's start with the left arm, left side. Extend the left arm out, palm down, shoulder height. You're going to roll onto the left hip and open up across the left chest. Release. Let's roll to the other side. You can use the non-stretching hand as a pillow near the temple. Make sure you breathe to really feel the stretch. Caesar, come here. Oh. His new favorite spot is behind the TV stand, which is like directly behind the camera, so you can't see. Come back to center. Press up to a tabletop. And let's go back to downward facing dog. Notice if you have more space in the upper body, so you feel this more in the legs. Maybe not. Just scan and feel. Shift your weight forward into a plank. Engage the core. Right knee in, left knee in. Hold your plank. Press even more away. Float off of the mat. Downward facing dog. Step the right foot to the top of the mat to the right side for a lizard lunge. Both hands are on the inside of the right foot and leg. Lower the back knee if you need to or want to. We're not here for very long. Relax the breath. It's so nice out right now. Oh yeah, if you're playing on your phone, like people sometimes do here, make sure you like and subscribe. Maybe check out some of my YouTube shorts later. Just let the whole video play because that's fun for both of us. You can tell me if you like them. Just kind of playing with the concept. It's also, those videos are kind of easy and fun to make. Let's lift out and go back to a downward dog. Find stillness. You scan the body right to left. What's different now that you held your leg where it was for a few rounds of breath? Lizard lunge, left side. Couple more rounds of breath if the mind is wandering. Mine wandered away too. That's okay. Bring it back. Downward facing dog. Upward facing dog. Ripple through. Let's linger here in our first one of the practice. Go ahead and untuck the toes. Press the shoulders down. Weight is in the front part of the hands. Let's dip onto the left hip and look over the right shoulder for the right back corner of the mat. And switch. Come back to center. Upward facing dog. Child's pose. Move through a cat back on the way. So this is where the dark outline is better because you can see around the spine and sit back. Knees a little bit closer together so you can focus on the back. Walk your hands in. Go ahead and shake out the wrists a little bit. I know mine are sore at the moment. A little tired. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms away from you. Shoulders down. Sit up tall. Shoulders down again. Lift your arms overhead. Try to keep the rest of the body where it is. And release. Sweep the arms down and around. Tabletop Downward Dog. Stand on the left foot. Reach the right leg back, up. Squeeze the right glute strong. Press the left heel down. Step the right foot between the hands. Half split. I'm going to go all the way back. You can stay standing on the knee. You can sit back like I am. You can do your full split if that's what you want right now. Sit on the inside of the left foot. I can talk. Lift up and fold forward over the left leg. Sole of the foot faces away from you. Sit up. Make your way back to a lunge. Back knee lifts. Engage the core. Establish your foundation. Crescent lunge. Lift the upper body up. Hands to hips for balance if you need it to begin with. Try to do some light. I did like nothing. So we were in a crescent lunge. I just found myself like looking around to see what other people were doing, to make sure I was on the right side, but that's not an option when you teach alone. Okay, that was funny to me, I think. All right, hands down to the mat. Step it back to a plank. Downward dog. To reset, ripple through, upward facing. Downward dog. Left leg lifts back, up. Squeeze the leg strong and away from you. Half split. Bring the left foot between the hands and repeat whatever variation you did on the first side here. If the mind is wandering, bring it back to each sensation, not just in the obvious places like your hamstring or back. Look for your temples, your shoulders. Lift up. Shift your weight forward, starting out in a lunge. Establish your foundation, crescent lunge. Hands to the mat. Step it back to plank and back to downward dog. Upward facing dog. Untuck the toes, child's pose. Let's do child's pose from here. You might separate your knees a little bit just to make this more available. And we are in child's pose. I meant to say thread the needle. Walk the left arm forward, right palm up, threads underneath. And I like to keep my forehead down. You'll see why in a moment. Make a fist with the left hand and rest your forehead there. Breathe deeply to stretch the right shoulder. Switch so that the right ear is down. Place the left hand on top of the right palm and press into the left hand. Try to straighten left elbow for middle upper back twist. Keep the left hip down. Release. Press into the left hand to assist as you switch sides. Left arm forward, right arm forward. Left arm underneath and across. Use your right hand as a pillow. Switch so that the left ear is down. Press into the right hand, or press right hand on top of the left. Middle upper back twist. Release. Press up to a tabletop. Let's do one cat-cow. So intentional. Inhale, arch. Round, exhale. Neutral. Tuck the toes, downward facing. Shift your weight forward into a plank. Lower all the way down. Let's do low, guys. I never do that. Arms out, side to side, airplane wings. Palms down. Feet about hip width, distance or closer. Exhale almost all of the air out. And on a breath in, arms and legs float off of the mat. Draw the shoulder blades together, fingers together. Tilt the palms up at the wrist just a little bit. One more lift. And lower. Let's stretch the left arm open like we did a little bit earlier. Roll onto the left hip. Left arm is extended. We did this before. These will give you energy. Let me know later if you have extra energy after we opened up across the heart like this. Oh, so switch sides if I didn't say so. Come back to center. Floor bow. Hold on to the outsides of the ankles, pretty close to where the feet start to happen. Knees about hip width or closer. Exhale almost all the air out. On an inhale, kick into the hands and lift. Stretch across the chest like we just did. And release. Rest your forehead straight down for a moment on the palms or on the backs of the hands. Second set, floor bow. Hold onto the feet near the, or feet, well, eventually you do go lower on the feet, but for most people, you're going to hold right there at where the feet and ankles meet. Float. And lower. Press up to a tabletop. Downward dog. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the entire back body. Upward facing dog, ripple through. Untuck the toes. Child's pose. Sit back. We have opened our hips, our hearts, our shoulders, chest, camel pose. Stand on your knees. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the gaze, and one hand at a time, reach back for each heel to bring the heels closer. Tuck the toes. Press down, lift up, breathe. Lift out one hand at a time. Just sit on your heel, sit up tall. Second set. Knees about hip width. Press up to lift back. Lift out. Sit down on the heels. Notice the immediate effects of back bending. Energy shifts, your pulse, heart rate increases. The breath brings everything back. Tabletop downward dog. Lower your knees to the mat. Sit down. Lie down. Here's the rain. Let the spine realign, reset for a moment. Blink the eyes closed. Release tension from the body. We will close our practice together. For now, just exist for a handful of breaths in your own amazing presence. Blink the eyes open. Keep the body still. Begin to move to emerge. Hold on to whatever peace, whatever presence you felt either just now or at some point during this practice. You feel good after a yoga class, and then your body's less distracting. I don't know why I'm changing my legs out. My hip had to pop. Make your way to a comfortable position. So part of what we do in yoga is heal, and we know it feels good to be less restricted in our bodies, and taking away that distraction of the body gives you the opportunity to free what's in your mind, what you want your mind to be doing. I think that is such a cool concept. Let me know if you agree. Sitting up tall, reach the left arm up and over, side body reach. Here comes the sun in a rainbow, probably, by the way. Side body stretch. Ooh, those back bends, right? Get your mind going. Lift up, switch sides. Waking up, coming back to life. Arms overhead. Twist to the right as you float the arms down. Sit up tall. Release through center, arms up. Twist to the left. And closing breath. Inhale, reach the arms above the head. Lift up, lengthen. Exhale, hands lower down. Thank you for your presence. Namaste. I was feeling kind of wise there at the end. Let me know if you are still here and you heard that, and if any of it resonated with you. And if so, make sure to like this video. It helps me to grow my channel, as does sharing and checking out some of the links below. Ask me questions. What else? Instagram. And you guys are so awesome. Like, out of it. I think it's this cool weather and looking for the rainbow, and maybe I'm just hungry. It's smoothie time. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. And